What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives here. I have yet another knife review for you, but before I get into that, I just wanted to say make sure to get your comments in on my giveaway video. I'm currently giving away a Kershaw Fatback and a Streamlight Micro Stream. I'll let that video go on for, maybe another week or so everybody can get their comments in. But without further ado, let's get into this Kershaw Cryo G10 review. This was a knife I've been looking at forever. I mean, I bought the Cryo 2 and I realized I was like, I should just buy the Cryo. I need something underneath 3 inches in case I travel somewhere. So I went with this one because the G10 version is just a touch lighter, and this G10 gives you some better traction than just the normal steel or all steel handle here. And then this one has a stone wash finish instead of the normal titanium carbonitride. So I'll give you guys the specs. I'll tell you what I think of this knife and why it's so popular. So we have a 2 3/4 inch blade, a 3.8 inch handle length, and then a 6.5 inch length overall. So I would say a medium-sized knife. I mean, maybe on the smaller side, but it's definitely not tiny. It's not something where you're going to be barely holding on to it. You know, it fills your hand okay. I got bigger hands and I get a good 3.5 finger grip. So your blade stock here is just a normal 0.12, and then your weight is 3.77 ounces. Now that does seem a little bit heavy, nothing too extravagant, but there's a whole lot of steel here, guys, and a whole lot of capability, so I can completely ignore that weight. So just trust me when I say that this knife carries much lighter than 3.7, and then when it's in your hand it feels like it's, a much beefier knife than it really is. So if we move in towards this blade here, just classic drop point, great looking blade, hollow grind, nice stone wash finish all over it, Kershaw Speed Safe written there, good swedge taken out where that light's hitting, comes down to a nice fine tip. This thing has been wicked sharp for me the entire time. Hinderer design, so Kershaw Hinderer design knives do really well, and for a reason. Model number, and then this is Chinese produced, keeping your price lower. The steel is 8CR13 MOV. So overall, guys, this blade is just meant to do work. It's not the prettiest looking thing in the world, but it's adequately good, I think, at slicing, piercing, all your normal kind of tasks. So just kind of the best blade shape they could have chose. And Rick Hinderer just has some awesome designs. Now this is deployed by either the ambidextrous thumb studs here or the flipper tab. There's no jimping on the flipper, but it is easy to access. And then this is speed safe equipped. So your blade really comes rocketing out of there. I think the Cryo is one of the only knives that really gets the thumb stud and flipper combination right. A lot of people just want to see one or the other. But this one just kind of lets you choose how your hand fell in the knife, how you want to open it. And with this one, you get the black thumb studs that matches the black G10. Your lockup here is going to be a solid stainless steel frame lock. So you got your stainless steel side here, and liner on this side, and then G10 on this side. But your frame lock's hitting really good. No blade play whatsoever. This thing, it just rocks up so solid for, a $30-ish knife that it's just surprising how much innovation they can fit in such a little knife. And then your blade centering is going to be almost perfect too, which is kind of unheard of too, especially on some of these speed safe equipped knives where you have a liner lock or frame lock kind of pressing into it. So you do have a Hinderer lock bar stabilizer there, so you don't make this lock bar over travel. You can only push it over so far. This whole steel scale here is stone washed, just like the blade. Looks really cool. Then you have your black hardware. Your G10 is actually adequately grippy. There's a couple knives I have from Kershaw that don't have the best G10, but this texture really wants to hold on to you, but it's definitely not abrasive in your pocket. So I really like the G10 side. I think it just fits the Cryo better than just an all steel handle. I wish the Cryo 2 would have a G10 version because I would be all over that one. Another great feature of this knife is going to be your pocket clip, one that I love. Super simple loop over clip. Kershaw's written on it. It is black painted, and then it is positionable at any four corners of the knife. So you can't ask for more options than that. It deep carries a lot better if you want to do tip down, but I'm a normal person that carries my knives tip up. Just kidding. But you're going to get just about that much out of your pocket. So, and then you have a fairly large lanyard that you can throw some paracord through, just kind of a tube spacer. Completely open construction. These knives are so easy to maintain and clean, take apart. So guys, this cryo is so popular because it fits everybody's need, you know, of a $30 knife or $35 knife, where you have something that's compact, just, you know, a utilitarian blade shape. It locks up every time when it opens. You can clip it to your pants however you want in any position. It's tough. It's got a nice frame lock, and it's got a Hinderer design, where Hinderer is making some great knives for the knife world. So this knife really does have everything. Now, is it my favorite knife in the world? No, it's just a user. It really is. The Cryo series and the Cryo 2 series, they're just beater knives. They're meant to be used. They're not the prettiest looking things in the world. And something that I kind of complained about with my Cryo 2, that this Cryo doesn't have that problem. The jimping on the Cryo is actually pretty decent. It seems to be cut just a little bit sharper, where your thumb really grabs onto it. So even that's an improvement. So guys, overall, I definitely recommend this knife. You just can't really go wrong with this series. The only problems I've ever had with any of my Cryos is that the blade centering the blade likes to walk a little bit. So just make sure when you get your knife, Loctite just a little bit, and you're going to be good to go. The action's super snappy, the lockup is strong, and these knives are going to just stand the test of time, which is surprising at the price point. So guys, thanks for watching. As always, don't forget about my giveaway. Go comment, subscribe on that video. So have yourselves a good one.